with AI. At some point you think it's the Terminator or it's going to take over the world. Or you've even heard that it's awful because you're going to cheat if you use AI. You're going to write your whole thing with AI. Hi, my name's Zachary Taylor. My project is about AI and small business. My justification is I have done DECA and VE for my entire high school career. Sophomore year, I went to a VE trade show a year earlier than you are allowed. DECA, I've been to nationals 2 times in a row. Business has just been my thing since I got to high school. So I wanted to work in small business, and with every single class I'm in, I heard something about ChatGPT or AI. Oh, you can't use it to write your essays. Oh, don't come up with your idea from ChatGPT. Well, so I wanted to do my research project on how bad that actually is. My question is, what changes in business success rates are observed when small businesses utilize AI to analyze human behavior? My area of major focus is in business, as we just discussed. This allowed me to look into the future of business itself and allowed me to ready myself. Introduction of the problem. Widespread knowledge of AI usage has become a problem. Originally, you could use AI for whatever you wanted, but now there is AI testing programs. There is other things along that nature. So widespread knowledge of it has decreased the usage of it. Large corporations, comes in the small business aspect. It is easy for a large corporation to install AI within its everyday business. So this is a monopoly over this AI usage because small businesses don't have the same resources. Ethical concerns around AI. Like I just said, all these negative images. It's going to take over the world. It's going to become Terminator. So there's a ton of ethical concerns around AI. And doubt placed on AI capability. Everyone thinks that the human brain is 100% better than the AI brain 100% of the time. So that's a big problem as well. So these are some statistics surrounding AI in small business. 25% of small business owners utilize AI in some form. This is from Stanford University. 84% of people express some form of concern when faced with AI expansion. And 96% of people in a survey conducted by Oregon view AI as a destroyer of creativity. AI impact, 80 to 90% expansion rate according to the census by the Gov, which I do want to say this could be slightly inflated. Businesses that don't necessarily use AI in the right way might not report themselves on the census. But 80 to 90% of people that use AI have reported that it expanded their business within some way. 82% user satisfaction rate, that means that the owners that are using AI to expand their business are 82% satisfied with what they receive. My project overview, my primary facilitator was Knowledge Matters. This is a platform where you have different small businesses that you manage. So it's meant for the human. I did a competition with it last year. So that's where I got the inspiration from. Audience was high school DECA members. I did one-on-one sessions with 15 or so different DECA members where I was allowing them to play the game. And then I was showing them exactly how AI just does a better job. The date of the project was in November of 2024. Pretty much just did it spread out along that time. Execution, and then location was Murfreesboro. My project goals were to spread awareness of AI versus human capability. We all know humans are capable of more than AI, but I wanted to share that AI could also be used in different manners. Display both positives and negatives of AI usage in small business. And better equip future entrepreneurs with successful business tactics. The awareness of AI versus human capability came in that competition. We had a person go and use that platform themselves, manage that business themselves, and then we had AI do it. And I believe it was 95% of the time the AI made more money than the human did. We wanted to explain the sense of accomplishment felt without AI help. When the person made more money than the AI, they had the most positive experience out of everyone. That accomplishment and something that you feel when you don't use AI, when you come up with your own creative mind, is a different sense of accomplishment than making the money because AI did it. And then we gave a multitude of AI help resources. This was practically just websites and different AI platforms that you could use, but it was helpful, and I offered discussion time at the end if anyone had any questions that they would like to ask me. This is my project in action. This is right here. You can kind of see the game being played. And up there you can't really, but that is what the game looks like. You have customers that walk around, and it's meant to be completely randomized. So it's a fun little game, but it is very accurate. If you make the wrong business decision, your whole thing crashes within 3 months. I dealt with that for a week last year. Project outcome and next steps. Again, this is another thing that I want to preface. This data more than likely could be bad. 85% satisfaction and 15% between in the middle and dissatisfaction. This could be inflated. I was right next to them when they filled out the survey. So I don't know how many people were going to tell me they were disappointed with what I showed them. But overall, it does show a form of satisfaction. And I just wanted to highlight that. In the future, I actually had it in plans for this year, but fell through. I want to present to the Chamber of Commerce and different other small business owners just to help them. Because I've discussed the effectiveness of AI, and I think a lot of people have great ideas. They just don't necessarily know how to execute them. And that would be my plan for the future, is to help them execute them. Further resource into actual success rates of AI. I want to know, in this case, what I'm talking about is how it works in different businesses. A lot of the research was greatly generalized, like small business owners are this % happy. I want to see, what happens if we implement AI into a small fashion business versus a small convenience store versus any number of small businesses that you could think of. And leading into overall incorporation of AI in a small business, I would like to take a small business and study it myself, implement AI in ways that I see fit, and then study how the small business reacts and see exactly how much of that AI satisfaction percentage is accurate. Academic and personal growth. I would say one of the biggest things that I learned was that what you want to research isn't necessarily going to be what you end up researching. At the start of the year, I was looking at AI usage in architecture, and now we're in small business. I also think personally, I procrastinated this until about as late as you could possibly procrastinate it. But I think that it just learned that I grew, and I think I ended up doing great, and I finished my project in a way that I felt was very useful. But that is all I have. Thank you, and do we have any further questions?
You went in with a preconceived idea about AI, what you might find. What was something that even surprised you, even though you're kind of more on the cutting edge of knowing stuff about AI?
I would say the biggest surprise was exactly how many people have this negative image of AI. I knew that some people were like, oh, this is a cheating platform. Oh, this is how you don't use creative minds. But people are legitimately scared that AI is going to destroy the world, that AI is going to take over the whole world. And that was one thing that I actually found surprising. I thought that was a movies thing. I thought that was like a joke. Oh, AI is going to destroy the world. But people actually believe it. And I think that was the most surprising thing that I found.
How did, in your project, the analytics of, what did you find how did it analyze different businesses, would you say? They're analyzing how their customers react, is that it?
Yeah, so basically in the game.
The program did that?
Yeah, so in the game, human movements are utilized. So basically, it makes it all so complicated. But if you set your store up in a certain way, the human is going to avoid certain sections of the store and never purchase an item you have there. If you don't spend the correct amount of money on certain things, you're going to lose different aspects of different money. Like you're going to lose money. And so AI almost perfectly utilizes it every time. But the people didn't. So it was just showing that, people might not be perfect, but AI can analyze this a lot better than we ever.
So you use this with students, is that right? How many students did you have?
I think it was 16. 16.
16?
Yeah, 15 maybe.
And you weren't able to get in front of any adults? like business owners?
No, I did talk to Jason Connor, Owen's dad. I did talk to him about it, but I showed Kayla. She comes into VE sometimes. But no, my main plan was just the Chamber of Commerce, and it fell through. I thought I had a connection, and we were texting, and it did fall through. So, but I might still end up presenting to them because me and Miss Bean talk a lot. So I might still end up presenting to them because she seems curious about it.
Nice, well, let us know if you do that.
Yeah.
Ms. Jackson?
Zach, if you don't mind sharing, what are your plans for after high school, and to what extent do you believe you'll use AI in your plans?
Yeah, so this is funny because this research actually made me switch my degree. I'm going into pre-law now. I felt like marketing was, it just felt a little easy to me. And I know that sounds whatever, but I wanted to move into something that I felt was more like rewarding to me. So I'm gonna assume, based off what I hear about professors in that pathway, that I will not be using AI a whole lot. But it is nice to know the uses of it and how I could use it in the future.
Thank you.
Of course.
All right, very good.